Hey, good morning. Good morning. Thank y'all for waiting for me. Pardon me. I woke up a little petty this morning, so I had to get my petty post out before I came on live. Okay, yeah, we're here. Thank you all for joining. I see y'all still coming in. Let's see who we got. Adrian Wiley is in the building. Good morning. My top flight Rose is in the building. Good morning. Good morning to everybody coming in. Angela Kelly, I see you. Good morning. I see you, SD Warren, and everybody. Maria Perry, Deborah Johnson. I see you, Miss Warren, Marion's favorites. Hey, good morning. Simple My Family TV. Yes, honey. Good morning, Ting. Good morning, Ting. Okay, DC girl. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Kim Jones. Good morning, Darnell Garner. Good morning, Sophia Jordan. Good morning. Is that a new name? Good morning, Miss Shaw. Good morning, Britton. Good morning. The top flights are coming in the building. Big Steak is in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Brenda Gresham is here. Good morning. Phyllis McCrary. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. D Nice. Good morning again. Good morning to everybody coming in. Thank y'all for joining. We're going to get into our show, honey. We're going to get into the show because we got a great show. But before we do, honey, we got a little interlude before we get into the show. Shout out to my homie. This girl right here is so mad talented. I love her down. Shout out Maria Perry. Hey, love. Thanks for being here. Maclean Davis, Deborah Banks. Thanks for being here. But let's get into this, y'all, because y'all haven't heard this yet. This is an exclusive. This is an exclusive. Shout out to my home girl. Britt Block, thank you, love. Okay, Britt Block done put me in the game a little bit. Okay, she made me a little like a little intro thing. So it's a Caramellians tune. So I'm gonna let y'all hear. This is for the first time you guys first hearing it. Okay, I had to check it out last night. She finished it up for me last night and sent it over to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and share it with you guys. If you guys are not familiar with who Britt Block is, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna promote her here on this channel because I do like her. She's mad talented. And I'm gonna give her some more business. Okay, yes, guys. Okay, she blessed me. I'm gonna bless her and send her some more business her way. But let's get into this. Shout out to Truth. I see Truth in the building. My other top flight, Phyllis McCrary. Let me speak to everybody, honey, before we get this started. Adrian Wiley. I think I said, hey, the NGB. Thanks for being here. Let's get into this, guys, because y'all haven't heard it yet. Let's go. Hey. Shout out to Chris Block. Y'all tell me how you like it. It's your girl. Caramel. Hey. Let them know. Yeah, you know it's your girl Caramel. Yeah, you know it's your girl Caramel. Stay coming through, giving all the people hell. She got the dopest piping tea, can't you tell? If you want the real spill, ring that bell. Join the Caramellian crew right now. Whole squad lit, we don't back down. Kick back, relax, enjoy the show. But hit that like button though. Stepping in the room, whole vibe shift quick. Pressure on 10, yeah, the tea stay thick. No cap, no filter, straight facts I spit. If it's hot in the streets, I'm addressing it. Caramel dripping, sweet but savage. Mic in my hand, I do real damage. Comment section jumping, crew stay active. Caramellian gang interactive. I don't sugarcoat, I activalize. Real recognize, real every time I slide. If the drama too loud, I amplify. Cause you know that she's a vibe, certified. Yeah, you know it's your girl Caramel. Stay coming through, giving all the people hell. She got the dopest piping tea, can't you tell? If you want the real spill, ring that bell. Join the Caramellian crew right now. Whole squad lit, we don't back down. Kick back, relax, enjoy the show. But hit that like button though. Like coming, subscribe. We outside. Like coming, subscribe. We outside. Caramellian crew worldwide. Turn the volume up real loud. She a whole mood, no doubt. Yeah, it's your girl, Caramel. Stay vibing, stay subscribed. Let them know. Yes, come on in here. Okay, y'all like it? So she made me like a little intro thing. Come on, Britt Block. Girl, you gotta clap. We got sound effects over here. The hell? Britt Block. Yes. Do all the sound effects. All right. Did y'all like that? Britt Block is so damn mad talented. She told me she got me a little interlude over here. So I said, let me play it for my people. Okay, it's exclusive. Ain't nobody else heard it. Okay, but me and her. So shout out to me and shout out to Britt Block. Okay, so thank you. Y'all like it? Okay. So we'll probably play it at the end of the show. Okay, for those of you that didn't get to hear it, just coming in, we'll play it again. Okay, yeah, we'll play it again. Let's get into our show. Okay, because we do have one. Because I got to get out of here. I'm going to office late today, so did I want to put that? Okay, yeah, we're at it. But let's get into it. All right, politics is first. All right, hope you guys hit the like button, okay? Hope you guys hit the like button. I'm going to try to behave, honey, because I've been acting a fool all damn night and early this morning because hoes been up and fucking trying me, and y'all know how I get. When my petty switch is on, it's like on, right? So yeah, honey, when the petty switch is on, the petty switch is on. So 2026, I already told y'all. Yeah, I can't be sitting cute and mute no more because sometimes hoes be thinking they can play with you a little bit, but sometimes you gotta pop a bitch and let them know. Got to sit your ass down and stop playing, right? Sometimes you gotta do that. And I don't like arguing with folks. I ain't gonna argue. I'm gonna say what I gotta say and I'm gonna move on. But people are really trying it, and I don't know why, because they're not even on YouTube anymore, right? Yeah, they're not on YouTube anymore. But yeah, child, some people got to get clout somewhere. You're not getting it off me, because I ain't even gonna mention you on my channel, because you're not getting nothing over here, like nada. Okay, I addressed what I had to address, and it is what it is. All right, see me outside. I'm always out there though. All right, let's get into it. Empress, okay, because I like to fight too. Shit, I like a good fight. We got hands over here. If that's what we got to do, I ain't gonna argue with you though. I got a good forehead mush for your ass though when I see you. All right, let's get into this though. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan speaks on the late Jesse Jackson. Somebody say they love it. Me too. I love all of it. So the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan delivers a touching tribute to the late Reverend Jesse Jackson. Let's get into him. I like Louis Farrakhan sometimes. Okay, let's go.
That's my brother.
Come on, brother.
And I will never be found dogging his name when he did so much to help a people rise to where they are. My brother, Reverend Jesse Jackson, who passed away recently, you don't know our relationship. And in a brief moment, I just want to tell you, God sent that man to this planet for the help that our people needed. And to his dying breath, he worked for us.
Yes, he did.
And he worked for them.
Yes, he did.
I guess I can say this, that my brother Jesse, may Allah's peace be with him and his family.
Amen. Amen.
And with all of us who benefited from him.
Okay, so if you guys want to watch more on that, go over to Empress. Okay, shout out to Minister Louis Farrakhan for speaking up. A lot of people are outraged because they're not allowing Jesse Jackson's body to lay in wait. Is that how you say it? They're not allowing them to put Jesse's body up there at the Capitol, child, where all important people should be, right? But they're fighting where they fought that to prevent him from being able to do that and all the other things that they do for very important people who came out here and made a difference. So I really think they should have allowed it. But hey, sometimes they don't like stuff like that, right? They did it for what's old boy? They got assassinated. Charlie Kirk. They did it for Charlie Kirk. So you mean tell me Charlie Kirk was more important than Jesse Jackson? Charlie Kirk was more important than Jesse Jackson. I beg to differ. But let's continue on. Yeah, they did all that extra shit for Charlie Kirk, honey. I was like, hey, Charlie over Jesse? Child. Okay, though. Shout out to the 136 watching. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk. Let's go. So it says, very disgusting behavior. A Hunter College professor is caught going on a racist rant during an 8th grade girl's speech regarding her school being closed. Now, said that they're too dumb to realize that they're in a bad school. Who says that? Says that if you train a black person well enough, they'll know to use the black. Hold on. Let me go back. If you train a black person well enough, they'll know to use the back. That makes sense. Said that you don't have to tell them anymore. So let's get into this, because this lady here was doing the most, and she had to get checked on this line. Now, this is, as you guys can see, a live with different colors of people, different races and nationalities of people on here. And she just said something that was off the beaten path, and she had to get checked. Let's get into it.
On Friday, he delivers lessons and helps us fit those skills into our lessons.
Black schools that like they're
This helps
they're too dumb to know they're in a bad school.
independent in our class.
I mean, apparently Martin Luther King said it. Like, if you train a black person well enough, they'll know to use the back. You don't have to tell them anymore. They just
Allison Friedman, what you're saying is absolutely hearable here. You've got to stop.
Now, if you train a black person well enough, they'll know to use the back. That's what she said out loud. Y'all hear that shit? They are disgusted. Look at the people sitting up there like, what?
I'm sorry, sweetie. Go ahead, baby. I'm sorry.
Me and many other students in our classes that were back to
Y'all hear that?
on Friday.
All right, we'll play it one more time.
He delivers lessons and helps us fit those skills into our lessons.
black schools that like they're
This helps
they're too dumb to know they're in a bad school.
independent in our class.
I mean, apparently Martin Luther King said it. Like, if you train a black person well enough, they'll know to use the back. You don't have to tell them anymore. They just
Allison Friedman, what you're saying is absolutely hearable here. You've got to stop.
Child. A mess, right? All right, so let's read. So according to the New York Post, Allison Friedman made the remarks during a community education council meeting that took place on February 10th. Now, during the meeting, an 8th grade girl was giving a speech about her concerns regarding the possibility of her school being closed. Now, as the girl was speaking, you can hear Friedman interjecting in the background, not realizing that she could be heard, meaning that she didn't have her shit on mute. Now, they're too dumb to know that they're in a bad school, but it didn't stop there. It says, after dropping a curse word, says that Friedman went on to say, if you train a black person well enough, they'll know to use the back. You don't have to tell them anymore. Everywhere I go in the front door, but okay. So as Friedman made her statements, said that you can see members in the meeting visibly shocked, and due to her blatantly racist comments, one listener realized that what she was saying, and she was told that she could be heard and was immediately ordered to stop speaking. The university has since been made aware of her comments and released a statement calling them abhorrent. Said that Friedman also addressed the situation following the backlash. Says, I fully support these courageous students, in their efforts to stop school closures. I recognize these comments cause harm and pain. While that was not my intent, I do truly apologize, she says in a statement. As of now, it is unclear whether she has a job still. Says this is definitely concerning. You guys can sound off on your thoughts about that. Okay, and says, of course, we do not promote violence in any way, shape, or form all the time. Okay, but yeah, she should be fired for that. You should not even be on the board. You should not be teaching. You should not have a job after that. Okay, now we do know that racism is still prominent. Racism is still a thing nowadays. A lot of people still hide it because they know that in certain spaces that they say certain words, it will be a long fucking way to the door, right? Depending on who you say that shit in front of, because black people, we just don't put up that shit no more. Depending on where you say it. Okay, you see the door, but your ass ain't gonna make it there, right? But anywho, what do you think? Sound off on that? Because people be saying some crazy shit. I've seen a lot of videos on TikTok and everywhere else where people be using the N-word still, and child, it just don't turn out well for them. I be like, ooh, okay, child. But yeah, she needs to be removed. She definitely needs to be removed. All right, so let's get into this next one. Epstein's still getting people locked up, even though he's hiding out, child, somewhere in Jerusalem or wherever the hell they said he was. I showed y'all a picture the other day. His ass walking around looking like Jesus Christ over there in Jerusalem somewhere, child, with his 3 little security people behind him. But he is still getting everybody locked up abroad. Everybody getting locked up besides Trump. I don't know why they keep skipping over him, but let's get into this. Shout out to Santana Raymond. Former British ambassador to the U.S. Said that Peter Mandelson was arrested by London police on suspicion of misconduct in public office following revelations over his ties to convicted SEX offender Jeffrey Epstein. Let's get into him going to jail. All right. Now, y'all know that they just arrested Queen Elizabeth's son, Andrew, on his damn birthday. Okay, he has since bonded out, but he's still facing charges, possibly life, after he is sentenced for his part in this Epstein bullshit. So now let's get into the former British ambassador's ass going to jail. Let's go. Yeah. Yep. Hi. So they're getting them one by one, honey. Hopefully they go ahead and get to Trump, okay? Because Trump said, I'm not in it anymore. I've been cleared from. Nigga, you ain't been cleared. I don't know where he got that from. Trump said he's been cleared, child, of all charges with Epstein. When that happened? I didn't see no breaking news on CNN or none of that saying that you were cleared by nothing. So nah, we still waiting, child. Midterm elections gonna reveal all, because your ass gonna be out of there. All right, let's get into this next topic. For those of you that are trying to date, okay, which is a great thing. Dating is a great thing, but you have to be careful, and we talk about that all the time on this channel. All right. So a woman met this guy on a dating site, on a Facebook dating site. Y'all know Facebook has dating sites now, okay? I'm told. I don't be on that shit. But shout out to psychologist. A Detroit woman is starved. We got to say it that way. Let me put my trigger up for this one, honey. This is a teaching moment. Let me go ahead and put that out there, okay? This is a teaching moment, honey. So beware and be careful on these dating sites, because there are some crazy people out here. I told you guys a while back about one of the guys that was on, what's the thing, Plenty of Fish, I think it was. That nice looking guy who was meeting all these women, and he was going back. These women were inviting him back to their homes, and he was angulating these women, and it was a lot of women, y'all, on Plenty of Fish. They finally caught up with this guy, arrested his ass. But imagine how many other crazy people are on these dating sites that lie about who they are, and even use other people's pictures to disguise who they are. And then when you finally meet them, you be like, who the fuck is this? This is not the same person that I met on this app. But this person here, a Detroit woman, is starved and held hostage by a man that she met on a Facebook dating app. We gotta talk about this, because I know a lot of you guys, you're looking to meet someone really nice, and dating apps are very much so a thing now where people turn to that to meet a person. So you have to, make sure you have your guard up, make sure that you check this person out. Always meet a person for the very first time in a very, very public place. Tell people where you're going, and possibly who this person is, just in case something happens. A lot of people say, oh, I'm private, I don't want people in my business. But in situations like this, with the way the world is now and the way people are on dating sites now acting, you got to put people in your business so that you can be alive to be on that bitch the next day, right? So let's get into it. A Detroit woman was starved, we got to say it that way, and held against her will by a man that she met through the Facebook dating app, and has now spoken publicly about the terrifying ordeal she survived. Prosecutors say 31-year-old Donnell Darren, Sandris Jones, damn, how many names you got, used the app to lure multiple women before attacking them during including 27-year-old Jacayla Archie, who was starved multiple times in her neck during a January encounter at her home. Now, Archie told reporters that she didn't know if she was going to live during the incident, which also involved threats, forced movement around the city while injured, and property damage. This fuck is crazy, okay? That's why you got to be careful. Says that she eventually managed to escape and call 911 after hours of fear and violence. Detroit police now have Sandra Jones in custody on a $1 million bond, and prosecutors say he faces multiple charges, including assault with intent to unalive, unlawful imprisonment, and malicious destruction of property. Authorities are now warning others to be cautious when meeting people from online platforms. Please do. So as you guys can see, this is what y'all laughing at? Yeah, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. So, of course, this is a teaching moment, which is why we shared it. This person, and this is him up here. This is the young lady here, obviously. This is very sad. Let's get into this news portion of it again. Shout out to Psychological.
He escaped. A man prosecutors call a serial attacker is breaking her silence to warn others about dating app dangers.
She was held captive, stabbed in the throat, and forced to drive her alleged attacker through the streets of Detroit until she found a split second to run.
But the horror doesn't end with her.
Then last month they met up again, but she says this time Sandridge Jones was irate for reasons unknown to her.
That's when he ran and he went to go get the knife, and he stabbed me in my throat, and he cut me, and then he told me, like, I'll kill you.
The Wayne County
All right, so y'all see that? So we already read it, so we don't got to look at all of that because it's getting a little too gory. We're on YouTube tripping, but again, for a teaching moment, this is the person looking at him. You'd be like, oh, he's a nice guy. He look like he would be a nice guy, not knowing that he is batshit crazy, right? He like, oh, he's just this guy who's at his job, going to work, trying to make a living, and you wouldn't look at him. You can't look at a person and tell they batshit crazy till they turn crazy, right? But obviously, he really is crazy, and the police, they do have him in custody under a $1 million bond for what he did to this woman and other women as well. So again, if you're meeting someone on dating apps, it don't matter if it's Plenty of Fish, Facebook, wherever, be careful. Background checks, honey. You have to now. Just because they got a nice smile. Okay, he got a nice smile. Oh my God, he got a six-pack. And the bitch, yeah. What he hiding down in that six-pack? That's what you got to worry about, okay? All right, you never know. You never know. And don't go nowhere by yourself with that person either, because baby, they go crazy. All right. Ooh, child, so dangerous. So dangerous, Lord. All right, let's move on. Let's take that down. Child, that's why I don't leave without my peace, honey. Well, if I go, my peace go with me, Lord. Because these folk out here crazy. No God. You ain't taking me out here for the Lord say it's time to go. All right, did I want to share this? I think I'm gonna put this off. Because I'm kind of done with politics now. Trump, we don't care about you right now. All right, I'm done with you. Let's move that down. We'll talk about that another time. All right, let's get into Jamal Bryant, honey, because he getting drugged online, girl. Let's get into him. Because, honey, this woman here is she's talking crazy about Jamal Bryant, honey. Let's get into it. Shout out to the 207 watching me. All right, so All Even podcast, I love him because he has some great stuff. So they said, is Jamal Harrison Bryant a narcissist? I said the spiritual whistleblower says more than that. And oh my God, right? Let's get into it, honey. Shout out to, again, All Even podcast. Y'all ready for this?
Why is Jamal Bryant a demon? Huh?
He's a whore. He's a womanizer. He's an abuser. He's a big old narcissist that's deluded himself that he thinks he's not a narcissist, but he's the biggest narcissist walking around in Atlanta.
But when you go ahead and say abuser, is this alleged accusation? Where is it coming from?
How he dog walked his ex-wife.
Mm-hmm.
How he's flaunting his new wife. First of all, the new wife has been groomed. She's like a mini version of his ex-wife. The blonde hair. I don't know if she's wearing contacts or those are her natural eyes. And she's switched up herself to look like his ex-wife.
Okay.
And then he those subliminals and things at Giselle. Giselle's his ex-wife.
Right.
That's triangulation. We're back on triangulation, playing two women against each other. And then he'll involve his daughters he has with Giselle, and he uses them as pawns to pass messages back to their mother. He's diabolical. But I think he and his wife, Carrie, have more of a lavender business arrangement of a marriage. I don't think there's no love there. I think Carrie's an opportunist. She knew what she was signing up for. She knows he's a whore. He's promiscuous. Men like that rarely change ever. So I think she's using him as a stepping stone to get more opportunities out of the deal. And
I believe that, and I think she gonna leave his ass when she get where she wants to be, right? I think she gonna leave his ass. I'm gonna be honest.
And if he show his ass and cheat on her, she's already got her foot in the door. So it works out for her. But I think he married her to help clean up his image,
So that's always the easy fix to do that.
Yeah, but they're fake as I don't buy nothing they're selling.
Why is Jamal Brown?
Yikes. Y'all hear that? Hold on, because I saw some more.
Dame Dash.
Yeah. Oh, big one.
We don't care about Dame. What do y'all think about this Jamal? I like this lady because she is so cutthroat with her shit. I love it. She get right to the point and she's telling the truth. I agree with everything she's saying. Now, I don't have nothing against Jamal's new wife card, but I do feel like she is being manipulated by him. And I say that because I do know Jamal personally. I told you I know his whole entire family. Like, Jamal is full of shit, okay? From what you guys see in the pulpit and him up there sweating and on that shit, no. Okay, he has multiple children by different women, okay? And I already showed you guys where the one lady in Texas took his ass to court. He was already in Dubai on a honeymoon with his new wife. His ass supposed to be in court for child support for not taking care of his child. And I showed y'all where the woman said that he pretty much gave her hell. She had to move around multiple times. He had his people come there harassing her, bullying her, threatening her, and all of the things, child. Jamal is a whole hot ass mess out here. Okay. And his members always get so mad when I speak on him and start talking about stuff. But it is what it is. If you guys want to be over there and praise him like he's Jesus Christ himself, then go over there and do that. But do not come in my chat trying to check me and correct me on some shit that I am talking about as related to him, because I know him. I can sit up here right now and name out 5 people in his fucking family and be spot on. And I hope he tell me I'm lying. Because I'll tell some shit that he don't want to get out there. And I don't want to resort to doing that to you, Jamal. Okay? So please play nice, because I know he's a clapbacker and so am I. But at the end of the day, you need to change from your wicked ways, sir. All right? You need to change from your wicked ways. I feel sorry for the new wife. I do. And I hope he ain't going around doing the same shit he did to Giselle with the new wife, because that would be very ungodly of you, sir. But then again, you don't mind being ungodly, right? Because you are sleeping with members in your church, or was, because you got kids bound. But anywho, and it's unprotected, obviously, because you got kids, right? But I ain't even go there. I didn't want to go there with him. But y'all already know, I don't hate the man. I just think he's full of shit. If you're going to be out here pushing God, I'm going to need you to live that and stop condemning other people for calling you out for the shit that they see that you do that's ungodly, and then try to hide behind your wicked shit that you do, right? Like, don't tell me that you when you're seen at a strip club that you're trying to get bitches to vote. Like, stop it. There are emails. You have a team of people that you work with. You should never be seen in these places and then try to double back saying you trying to make somebody go vote. Like, stop this shit, okay? We already know your wife look like a stripper. Like, stop. Okay, you like strippers. Hell, you was with Malaysia Pargo, who said she lost the baby by you. Nah. Hot damn it. Did she not? Didn't I play that over here? Malaysia Pargo. You messing with Malaysia Pargo from Basketball Wives before this wife. And you got into it with Malaysia and was paying for her house and pissed her off. And y'all got into it. Then you stopped paying the mortgage over there and about had her ass evicted and put on the streets. This pastor now. This pastor right here. So y'all miss me with that. And anybody follow that, it is what it is, honey. Keep going over there and keep giving your money to these crazy ass pastors that be out here playing in y'all damn face and everywhere else. But I cannot, child. Bedside Baptist till we die. All right, moving right along, honey, because I can read my Bible. I sure can, honey. I turn right to the red pages and everywhere. And the Lord can tell me what he need to tell me, and I get on out of there. I ain't got to stay in church all day. Moving right along. All right, let's get into this next topic. Y'all know I keep it raw and gully over here. All right, see, thank you, love. Now, Blueface he's announced, child, yesterday that he has a new baby on the way. Now, he is throwing subliminal shade towards Krishan Rock, who we all know, child, is very controversial. She is training for her new fight coming up in April. She's out here with her hair braided, but her child's hair, child, is out here like a good old Brillo pad. And all she's doing is putting water on it and combing it back, child. I said, well, not even combing it, but moving it back with her hand. She won't even get her baby hair done, but she is out here, child, with fresh braids. And I always have a problem with women who do this type of shit. If you got money to get your hair done, if you're going to keep his hair, okay, because he should have had his first haircut at 1. But then again, you ain't do shit else that you're supposed to do for him at one. And no, we're not talking about the child. I'm talking about the mother and how she takes care of him, okay? Blueface, I ain't really never agreed with you. But in this instance right here, some of the stuff you saying, I got to rock with it. At the end of the day, Krishan Rock, you are the Lulu. I don't care how much you praise, dance, and sing off key. Yahweh, Yahweh. I don't care how much you do that shit right there. You're not doing what you're supposed to do for your child. Now, I just got to say it. But let's get into this because Blueface says that Nevaeh, which is his new baby mama, okay, as we just found out, they took a pregnancy test and she showed it on live. I showed y'all yesterday, is doing her pregnancy the right way and won't be drinking or smoking, unlike Krishan, who drank and smoked throughout her entire pregnancy, okay? Drinking bottles of Hennessy while pregnant is wild work. Smoking the ganja while a baby is in your stomach is wild work. And then you think, and then you want to act surprised when he's born and he ain't walking, talking, eating, or nothing else. You did it. So I get it. You feel like the closer you get to God, that it removes you from accountability, my love, but it does not. Okay. Yes, God does forgive, but at the same time, I feel like there's a little neglect there. But then again, that's not my child. But if you become, you're a public figure and you make this shit public, because all of this could have been avoided had you kept him off the internet and kept this shit to yourself and had, you know, him with the best doctors that they, you know, because you got chains and shit around your neck. I don't know how much this costs around your neck, but this could have been therapy for your baby, right? I'm saying, am I right for saying that? Am I right for saying that? You got chains around your neck and his. So you mean to tell me buying Jordans for your baby is more important than putting him in therapy? Baby boy gonna be in kindergarten soon. So you're gonna carry him across the stage when he graduates? At what point do you say to yourself, let me do what I need to do? The same energy that you're putting into trying to be a better boxer should be the same energy that should be into your son. Krishan is so distracted by everything else and what she wants to do instead of putting that energy into her son. And he needs that. He has club feet. He's not eating solid foods from what we see. He's still drinking a bottle at 2 years old with teeth. He needs corrective glasses. These are just things I've seen. I'm not a physician. No, I'm not. But I am a mother, and I know that children at a certain age should be doing certain things. Even if he has a disability, there are certain programs and things that you could, in therapy, that you could put him in so that he can start correcting and working on some of these things, right? If he has club feet, he should be in special shoes and or braces to correct and turn his feet back the way that they should be. But you so focused on a fucking boxing match. Like, that's what's more important to you, and being on the damn praise team at your church. And nothing wrong with that. I'm glad she's turning to God. I'd rather see you singing praises to the Lord versus out here fighting and carrying on. I would rather see that. But what I don't want to see is you continuously being in denial of what the situation really is. I think she's in denial. In her mind, her child is okay. When she look at him, she see a perfect child. When we look at him, we say, girl, what the fuck? And I ain't trying to be mean when I say it, but let's get into Blueface and what he had to say, okay?
My pregnant baby mama, she will not be in the club. She will not be partying, drinking, or smoking, or doing any of that stuff for 9 months.
Definitely no club.
That's the main goal. Oh, you ready to see?
Be in a hot seat.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, I want you to sing.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't care about singing. But you guys heard the shade that he threw at Krishan in terms of saying that his new baby mama, not that he can control her. If she wants to drink, I'm pretty sure she may. I hope she doesn't. But Krishan, that's all they're saying. And there's videos out there showing you Krishan in the club like you were not pregnant, girl. You were acting like you weren't pregnant, but you were drinking bottles. You had turned up bottles of Hennessy to your mouth while you had a full big belly out to here. You had to be about 6-7 months, and you were drinking Hennessy. You ruined your baby, and you need to. Now it's time for you to make that right. Okay, I think that she feels like because she's praying and all of this stuff that it corrects that action. It just does not. You got a lot of work to do. You have a lot of work to do with this child. And it needs to be before he goes to kindergarten, girl, because it's gonna be a whole lot rougher. Let's say it the way my girl off What's Love Got to Do with It. So you want her to sing a little rougher, okay? It's gonna be a whole lot rougher when he go to school. Okay, we know rougher ain't a word, but that's how old girl Tina Turner mama on What's Love Got to Do with You. Why do you want her to sing so rough? She's a woman. You want her to sing a little rough. So for those of you that are traveling, honey, Mexico is not where you need to be. Okay. Y'all still on Jamal in there? Girl, I can tell you some stuff. Ooh. I'm gonna be quiet though, because I don't like spilling people tea until they come for me. I'll be sitting on shit and stuff that I be knowing about people. I don't even say nothing. I just let that shit ride. I'll be like, until you pull my chain, I ain't saying a thing. Okay, I'm gonna let you go on and do your thing, honey. You can cheat on the entire world. If I ever hear my name, it's forever up and stuck. And y'all know how I be. I don't say something one time. I'm gonna throw subliminals until I can't throw them shits no more. All right. Period. All right, but let's get to this, child. Now, in Mexico, I'm told that there was some type of cartel takedown over there. Now, some people that are traveling in Mexico, it gives that the cartels and the people who support the cartels over there are lashing out, child, and acting a goddamn fool to where people are being held hostage. Okay, so if you guys are getting ready, because I know it's starting to get warm in some places, or you guys are trying to go to warm places that you have snow or whatnot. But if you're trying to be traveling, Mexico is probably in a good place to go, right? Because y'all know they do have a lot of cartels and shit over there. But right here it's saying that Americans in Mexico are being held hostage as cartel takeover in Mexico to do unaliving to their leader. So yeah, so they confiscated and they did a takedown on the cartels over there. And now other people are Americans, child, who are just flying, trying to get to their destination, trying to get home, are in the airport here, as you guys can see, and they're afraid. You can hear a woman say, oh my God, I'm afraid. What is going on? We're going to play some of it because I don't want you guys to be too triggered. But just again, a teaching moment for those of you that are traveling or you're thinking about traveling, probably don't want to do Mexico because it's not safe. All right, let's get into it. It's pandemonium. I need to go home. You add crazy. What's going on? Get out. Y'all see this? Panic. Keep going. No. I'm gonna stop it at a certain point. I just want you guys to see how crazy it is in the airport. Calm down. Get down. Stick it down. Get your mask. So as you guys can see, she's telling them stay down, be calm, They are going crazy in the damn airport over there in Mexico. So people's flights are being delayed because the cartels, child, and the people who support the cartels are over in the airport taking hostages, you guys, of Americans and other people, right? Baby, do not go to Mexico. So just let y'all know. Right here on our channel, if you are planning a trip, do not go to Mexico. If you got a layover, child, and then say y'all gonna lay over in Mexico, bitch, no. All right, you better put on a parachute and jump out the fucking plane somewhere. But do not, honey, abort mission when it comes to Mexico, because it is not safe. The cartels are motherfucking crazy over there, okay? Just letting you know. Y'all see these people here running around the damn airport going nuts. Child. So these people sitting on the floor, scared. I don't blame them. I'll be getting the hell out of there too. But let's move along, child. We can take the trigger down. Let's take the trigger down. Ooh, girl, that scared me, and I wasn't even there. Ooh, child. That scared me. I don't do no shit like that. See, that's why I'm always like, when I'm out, I told y'all, when I'm out somewhere, I'm always like, you know, being aware of my surroundings. I don't like big crowds because, child, it's nothing for somebody to pop off and be on some crazy ish. Because you know, some of these folk from other countries, they don't give a hot damn. Y'all remember 9/11? Motherfuckers was not from here. Okay, they are on a mission. A lot of these people from other countries do not mind losing their life in you know, trying to show their loyalty to their leaders or people that they work for, right? Those people from 9/11, they went down with the plane. Y'all go back and look at that video. They didn't give a damn. They overtook those planes and they didn't give a damn. They went right out with everybody else. So when you're out and about, this is 2026. And I mean, I don't know why people haven't been, I think it's kind of lax now. People kind of get relaxed. You know, just something hasn't happened in quite some time. They're like, oh, we're so, no, honey. Trump is trying to get a war started in other countries. Other people from other countries, they fly over here with the stuff that's going on in Mexico. These are signs, honey. Wake up, wake up, wake up. You have to be on the alert. You don't know who is in our country. A lot of people sneak into the country. Why do you think ICE is working their ass off? Why do you think ICE is working as hard as they are? Trump trying to keep the people out of here because it's not safe. You can't go over there fucking with other countries and taking their leaders and locking them up and thinking they're not going to retaliate. Period. That's what's gonna happen. So hey, prayers, that's why you gotta pray, honey, before you step out that door, because we are living in an unsafe world. And it's y'all president that did it. He ain't my president. But let's get into this Cardi B news, okay? Cardi B responds to doubters who question her comeback to the stage after her childbirth. Now, shout out to Cardi because she's got the girls mad out here, okay? Nicki Minaj is out here mad and still doing on her mega bullshit and talking and throwing little subliminals at Cardi. Cardi is that girl right now. Okay, as ratchet as she is, with all the booty clapping she be doing, she's selling out arenas. Okay, that's the goal. She's saying, hey, bitch, whatever I got to do to sell these tickets, she's doing it. She falling on stage. She busting booty meat back there. She fell about twice. She fell real hard on that last video. I said, damn, girl, you tore up some booty meat back there. But she's selling tickets and selling out arenas. So that's what counts. Okay, but let's get into Cardi talking about her money.
Every show has been sold out, and one thing that I love the most is that while my tickets was being on pre-sale, there was a lot of haters, there was a lot of devils that kept like trying to push this propaganda, like she's not gonna be ready, she just gave birth, she been rehearsing for only a month, she been this, she been that. But I'm a person that I recognize the value of $1. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I don't like to play with my money, so I wouldn't want to play with y'all money. So if y'all paying to see me, I'm going to give y'all a hell of a show. You know what I'm saying? Because I appreciate it. Like, it's like, I don't know what y'all doing to get the money to come to my show. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I know y'all working your asses off. Ain't nobody fucking giving y'all money out the sky. So if y'all spending money on my show, I'm going to give y'all a hell of a time. That's why I perform for 2 hours, no matter how tired I am. That's why I perform for 2 hours. That's why I give y'all all my energy, because I appreciate that every show has been sold out. And you could do whatever the fuck you want to do with your money, but you're spending it on me. So I'm going to give you the total value of your coins. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember when I was saying, like, a couple of months ago, like, I went over budget and people was making fun of me? I'm glad everybody gets to see why I spend so much money on my show. Like, it's like I was not playing with the production. I was not playing with nothing. And like I said, you guys make this so worth it, because every single time that I perform, the energy be so crazy. You could do whatever the fuck.
So shout out to Cardi again. I've been seeing a lot of her videos for her tour. She's doing very well. So shout out to her. I mean, she got kids to feed, she got bills to pay. She's doing the damn thing. All right. Y'all know she ain't with Stefan Diggs no more. So she's doing her thing. I still think that was stupid of her to spend $1 million on a party for him, and neither one of them went to the party. Like, girl, that was $1 million lost. I ain't trying to be loose. Even if I had the money like that, I don't want to waste it. I would have put that into a college fund for my kids. Like, fuck him. He might have some good pain, but it's not that good for me to take $1 million and throw it on him. And then you get mad because his baby mamas come up in droves, and then you just walk away and you don't even go to the party. You don't drink no liquor. Maybe at least drink 5 shots so you can feel like you were there or something. Shit. But shout out to Cardi again for doing her big one. All right. Moving on. Anybody been to the Cardi B concert yet? Anybody been to any of her shows as of yet? Put a 1 in the chat if you've been there. Put a 2 if you've not. Let me know. Anybody been to Cardi? I know a few content creators told me they're set to go to her show. It is what it is. I mean, concerts are fun. I enjoy it because I like music. But hey, a lot of people like, hey, I'm trying to hold on to my coins, honey. I ain't trying to be doing that. So I get that, because y'all know a lot of those tickets are over $100 and some or $2, depending on what seat you're in or what area you're in the theater. So shout out to you. Okay, if you're go and have a good time, honey, spend your coins and get your money's worth. Let's get into the next topic. Shout out Gwen. Thanks for being here, love. Let's get into it. Another person that I like. I love me some Michelle ATL, and she always be having some great shit over there too. She be pulling them court docs, and I love that for you. But she's talking about Claudia Jordan. She says Claudia Jordan says that she wishes that she stayed on Real Housewives of Atlanta and didn't realize how big the platform was at the time. Real Housewives of Atlanta was popping, okay? Says, but 10 years later, fans remember the exit a little differently, and the receipts have not changed. So let's get into it. Said the fired housewife slammed the show and claimed that she was robbed. Really? Now, I told you guys in another live that Claudia was saying she wanted to be back on the show. A lot of you guys are like, yeah, no, like, what would she be back on there? My question is, what storyline would you give us? Now, Claudia is a great reader, and I like Claudia. So I don't want anybody to think of this as shade. My question is, what is it that you have going on that's so interesting to hold the audience attention, or are you coming on here to kind of piggyback on what's going on with everyone else? Because you know, some of these hoes don't have no storylines. They come on here with, you know, they want to fight with other girls and to try to keep shit up, and you know, kind of like Drew did one season, and a few of the other girls. They don't have shit like Kelly. Kelly has shit going on. Kelly was getting in everybody else's business, looking in everybody else's mouth when they were talking, and then she would piggyback in order to remain relevant on the show. You have girls that do that. But my question is, Claudia, what would you bring to the show if they were to bring you back? Okay, because you can hold your own because you got that mouth, and that's needed, especially around these girls. K. Michelle is on there this season. Y'all know K. Michelle is a clapper backer. K. Michelle will read you straight down to the ground and right back up. Okay, from Genesis to Revelations over there, girl. She would snap you. She bring you down. But Claudia, you got that snap back too. But what is it that makes you interesting to be on the show that will make us be like, oh God, we can't wait to watch Claudia on Real Housewives of Atlanta? Let's get into her and what she had to say though. And shout out to Michelle ATM.
After my first season, I should have been brought back as a housewife. I should have done that. Because I will say, being on Bravo every Sunday night.
Yeah.
I would go fly on an American airline flight. And the pilot would come out of the cockpit and tell me how his wife loves the show and loves
That's
it.
cool.
Like the fame I still get like perks from that from 10, 11 years ago. It was, I didn't realize how huge it was when I was on it.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah. Yeah. She did not give two shits about nothing to Claudia talk about. And Claudia up here trying to create a whole new narrative 10 years later. Girl, you was fired. We know you was fired.
That's news to me. Was she fired? I thought because I remember in another interview said she left. Honey said she just left the show because she was tired of the bullshit. But word now is that she got fired, girl. You know how Bravo is when they fire you from their platform. They ain't checking for you for a while.
Nobody cares about you being fired, and people haven't cared about you since. Okay, talk about something they wanted me to back as a friend to earn my peach back. Since when? Why you never came back in the whole 10 years since that happened? But ever since she left, she's constantly talked about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and not a year has gone by that colorist Claudia has not tried to drag Portia.
Not colorist Claudia.
Not a year has gone by that colorist Claudia did not try to drag Phaedra. Not a year has...
Girl, that's news to me. I did not know Claudia was fired. Claudia, you never mentioned that, girl. Oh my God. But what do y'all think? Again, put a 1 if you guys would like to see Claudia back on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Put a 2 if you think she should not be there. I don't know. I don't know with these girls that they have on there now. I don't know how Claudia would mesh with them, right? I don't know how she would fit in. Again, she would be able to read, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it would be a huge clash between. And I don't know her relationship with K. Michelle, and I don't know her relationship. Well, I know she don't get along with Portia. Her and Portia do not get along. They do not like each other. So I already know that's gonna be. But I don't know how she gets along with K. Michelle. That could be some tension as well. Which that brings good ratings too. But what do y'all think? Y'all say 2? Y'all said put a 2, child. If it's a hell no for you, I see all the 2s. I think the 2s, child, take it over. The 2s are like, yeah, no, hell no, we over it, Claudia. Who would you guys want to see on the show? Put it in the chat. Who would you guys want to see on Real Housewives of Atlanta that you guys feel will help the show be more interesting? Because they keep switching people out. And it's just not giving quite what it needs to give. I'm telling y'all right now. I know a lot of y'all don't like Nene. I keep saying Nene is that girl. When Nene was on the show was really good. Her clapbacks, her reads, like how she checked the girls, like just her antics, just her, her demeanor, like everything about Nene. You say what she wants. She is a fucking narc. She is. Nene was feeling herself a little bit. I think she got a little too big for the program while her ass was on there. She got a lot of preferential treatment on the show because she was Andy Cohen's little pet. But at the end of the day, Nene was great TV, right? Y'all say Nene? Yeah, honey. Who else y'all want to see? Who else? Yeah, Nene she was feeling herself too much, and she had to be brought down just a little bit. She had to be brought down a little bit, but yeah, I do feel like she paid her dues. She had her little punishment, and I think she's good to come back. Bravo have allowed her to be back on their platform again, so it's only right that maybe next season they go ahead and squeeze her in, even if they slowly do it by giving her a friend of role and then let her work her way back up. I really think that she would be great back on the show. She's cool with all the girls on the show. I don't know how she is with K. Michelle though, but she's cool with all the other girls on the show, and I know that she would definitely just pop right back into action how she used to be, right? Y'all say you think Sweet Tea would be good on Real Housewives of Atlanta? Do you guys? Because Sweet Tea, and I love her down, and I talked to her off record as well, but I don't think that Sweet Tea would mesh with these girls. They too harsh. Like she got 8 down with the Married to Medicine girls, right? Y'all said ban Sheree for life. Damn, be nice. Well, Sheree do have a storyline, girl, because she trying to shop around, you know, that refinancing thing for the chateau over there. Because Sheree is over there paying $12,500 a month for the chateau. And it's kicking her ass over there a little bit. She about to lose the chateau if she don't figure this shit out. But so she would have a good storyline because it took her like what 177. Hold on, let me carry the one 178 years to get the chateau up and built, right? So now that the chateau is up and built, I hear that she ain't even pushing She by Sheree no more because ain't nobody buying it. I mean, y'all ever walk past somebody on the street and saw She by Sheree, be like, girl, that's a nice jogger suit. Oh, that's She by Sheree? Damn, where you have bought that at? What's that bought down? Summer, winter, spring, fall. Like, what was that, girl? Y'all remember when Andy asked Sheree, like, girl, when is your line coming out? Sheree was like, summer, winter, spring, fall. I was like, damn, bitch, all them. But yeah, so Sheree might have a good little run because she do have a lot going on. She about to lose her house. She trying to renegotiate and refinance her shit so they don't lose it. I don't know why the hell she just don't downgrade because ain't nobody standing there but her and her mama. Okay. All your kids are grown and moved out now. There's no reason for you to stay in a big ass house like that and you start ruggling, girl. You start ruggling, girl. Beanies and weenies, girl, minus the weenies. Okay. Girl, you in there boiling noodles at this point. If your lights are on, I don't know. But girl, I would have been downgraded. Girl, you about to start from the bottom and you about to be back down there, girl. You better go ahead and kowtow, baby, kowtow. All right, let's move along. Y'all said Sweet Tea is too. Yeah, Sweet Tea gonna get 8 down, baby. I love you, Sweet Tea, but your reads, you got to work on your reads, because baby, the way they ate you up at that last reunion on Married to Medicine, girl was over here like, oh, girl, no, girl, say this. I'm screaming at the TV like, say this, girl. I'm trying to help you, girl. They ate you down over there. All she could do was say, I said, what is that? Girl, the goal is to fight back, girl. You can't sit over there like she just clocked down on their ass and just won't saying shit. And they were just like flaming her. Quad was flaming her. Heavenly was flaming her ass. And she was just sitting there like, I was like, oh, no, I got to pull my good girl to the side, honey, teach you some little reads. Because that right there, no, ma'am. And Real Housewives of Atlanta, that's going to be worse. Especially you get on the K. Michelle, honey, and she read your ass. Ah, baby. You ain't going to have no edges when she finished with you. But let's continue on. Let's get into this next clip with Candy Birdschild. Let me stay on the path. Because y'all know I get to talk about one topic too long. And I got to get up out of here, honey. I can't be up in here too long. All right, so shout out No Chaser. Candy was not surprised at Portia and Shamia's fallout. Now, I told you guys with the new season coming up, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Portia and Shamia going to get into a little physical situation, and Drew Sidora going to have to break it up. All right? Yeah, girl. That's what's coming up for season 17. They will be back in April. The show's coming back in April. Okay, April the 16th, I think it is. I had to go back and check my sources. I know it is April, though. I want to say the 16th, if not the 17th. But they are coming back, honey, so we still got a long time to wait. But Shamia and Portia, they said, going to be knuckling up this season, okay? We need a good little fight somewhere in there. They said, shit, what we going to do to get these ratings up? Y'all go fight. So that's what's going to be happening, and Drew going to break it up and get in between them. So I kind of hate that for them in a little way, in a little, but the petty side of me is like, yeah, y'all do what you got to do, because shit, this show has been really boring. But Candy Child, y'all know Candy sat down and watched What Happens Live with Carlos King. But she said that she was not surprised at the Portia and Shamia fallout, and she doesn't see things improving based off of what she's heard about season 17. So maybe they've gone too far, which is sad, because they've been friends for like 20-25 years. So to see them be at a space where y'all are knuckling up, like, I don't have any friends that I've been with for 20-25 years that I want to fight, right? I done checked the bitch a few times. Don't get that twisted. I done checked their ass a couple times, but never to the point where I'm like, bitch, come outside. I'm sick of your ass. No, come. The bitch, y'all know when we take these off, it's time to thump, right? We take earrings off. But I ain't gonna take my earrings off on none of my friends. Thank God, okay? But you can check your friends sometime and still be cool. And I feel like Shamia and Portia are beyond that now. So let's get into what Candy had to say, because Candy's still getting tea and she ain't even on the damn show no more. Let's go.
But Candy, Were you at all surprised by Shamia and Portia's friend fallout on Atlanta last season? And do you think they'll ever get back to their close-knit bond from before?
Honestly, I was not surprised. And that's because anytime you have any moments in your friendship that has been kind of shaky, being on a reality show is just going to make it that much worse.
Yep.
You're not really able to make up without discussing things with other people in front of the world. And then that makes it more intense. So, and do I think it's going to get better? No, because I've heard some of the things y'all got coming on this next season. And way worse.
But Candy, were you at all surprised by Shamia and Portia's friend fallout on Atlanta last season? And do you think they'll ever get back to their close-knit bond?
I heard it right there, okay? Candy was like, girl, from what I heard, they ain't not reconciling, child. They not friends no more. It's an up and stuck situation with Shamia and Portia. I feel like there's an underlining little bit of jealousy there. A little bit with Portia, because I feel like Portia's looking at Shamia's life and like, bitch, that's supposed to be me. I married Simon, this man with all this money, all this property, all this, this clout. He could take me anywhere. The same thing that Shamia is getting right now, right? Shamia is living the very plush lifestyle, okay? And I think that Portia was definitely wanting that. And Portia felt like she was that girl when she got with Simon and, no one was above her. She kind of had that godlike complex a little bit. Portia was acting a little funky towards people. Her attitude changed a little bit. But when her shit kind of went down and Simon got, deported and the divorce thing happened, and now she's over there, child, eating fried bologna and shit and having to sweep around the pool because she can't afford nobody. And she 2 months. Did I mean to go there? I guess shit. But and 2 months behind on her property or Simon property over there because she can't make the damn house payments, but she gonna stay there anyway because bitch, she got an image to uphold. Right? Yeah. I feel like she looking at Shamia like, bitch. That's what it gives. That's how you know when you don't have a good friend. Because all my friends, when they see me level up, they be like, okay, if your friends don't applaud you when they see you doing well or you getting, I told y'all that before. You have friends, do not congratulate you, don't applaud you, don't be like, real girl. They ain't like that when you have something new going on with a promotion or no shit like that's not your friend. Because y'all know, even black people, y'all know we have a way to throw that little subtle shade. Somebody got a promotion. What that mean? I see you in the new car. I see you, girl. Black people, that's our way. I see you in the new car. And what about it? Is that a congratulatory statement or are you hating? Like, give me what it is. But I feel like that's kind of what it is with Portia. In addition to her saying that she felt a way that Shamia's mom ran ahead and or that what Shamia was saying that she felt a way about Portia's mom purchasing some type of daycare or something that Shamia's mom once owned, and they kind of fell on hard times financially prior to Shamia getting married to this guy that she's married to now, Gerald, who's got all this money. And Portia's mom went and purchased it because at the time Portia's money was looking good, and it kind of caused some friction between them. So yeah, at the end of the day, I feel like a little jealousy might be in there, which is causing Portia to act that way towards Shamia. Now, of course, we don't know these people personally. It could be some other underlying issues as well. But from me looking on the outside, looking in, it kind of gives a little jealousy because Portia like a plush lifestyle, right? Which is why she married Simon. I don't think she was in love with Simon. I think that she was looking at what he could do for her and give her. I mean, shit, if motherfucker giving me $30,000 to date him, I ain't going no place either until I feel like it. And then you bump it up to $40K after the marriage. He was looking like a plumped up Flavor Flav walking around the house, but she was on that $40K a month, right? She went out here and got his teeth fixed. He got new chiclets walking around. The motherfucker couldn't even close his mouth. But she was getting $40,000 a month. So Portia was like, I don't give a hot damn how you look. Simon want nothing to look at. But she was getting $40,000 a month. And she didn't have to work. So that's what Portia was looking at. So I don't know. Child, let's move on. That's all I got. All right, let's get into a little bit of this marriage to medicine stuff because y'all know I like to cover them. That's my show. Love them. And we almost out of here, honey. I'm saying me and Child, the ugliest man, $40,000. And a lot of y'all know it. We not lying over here. If a man or women, if a man ugly is Flavor Flav, come to girl, I'm going to give you $30,000 a month, girl. You're going to take it. And roll over every morning and look at his ugly ass, breathing and blowing in your face like a fucking dragon. You're going to take that $40K and put up with his bullshit. especially if you marry him and get 40K. You're gonna stay right there. You ain't going nowhere. I don't like ugly business. I be like, Lord, is this in your will, Lord? Is this of you, Lord? Okay. I be like, okay, we together. We can't go out nowhere. You just, all our dates gonna be here in the house. We can put down a blanket on the floor and go eat in here. But bitch, we ain't going out in public. You ain't be seen with me. Hell no. Okay. No. All right. And if anybody asks me if they happen to see me out with you, I'm gonna say I'm his caretaker. Okay. I'm his caretaker. That ain't my man. That's caretaker. All right, but you keep that 30, 40K coming in like you're supposed to. But let's get into this next topic. Okay. Now King says that the Ivy. Y'all know it. Stop lying. I never date an ugly man. If the money's right, you will. A lot of money make you do some shit you never thought you would do. Okay, for real. All right, so King says that IVF took a toll on his relationship with Quad and that he doesn't think that it's healthy for them. Of course, we already know these two are not together anymore. Do I feel like they were ever together? No. Rumors I heard that he was a paid boyfriend so that Quad could have a storyline for the fucking show. Imagine the show about to be off the air and they ain't together no more. Like he served his purpose, right? Like Quad, you was over there struggling over there as well to send them payments over there to King while he was looking at you crazy on the show. He was like, I don't see the connection, right? There was no, I didn't see no intimacy with them. I feel like they tried really hard though. I do. But do I feel like they were in love? No. I feel like Quad, this was a whole storyline for you. I feel like you probably knew prior to all of this that this shit was not going to work. Because you're trying to have a baby with Dr. G at one point, right? Anyway, but let's get into the show. All right, let's go ahead and play.
If you're meant to do something, it just seems like it just keeps falling in place. Like with Heavenly doing the political stuff. I'm not interested in her doing that at all. But
y'all hear that? So Dr. Shark Teeth, honey, said he is not interested in Heavenly doing any of this congressional type stuff. He's not interested in her running for office. He's not here for that shit. He don't like it at all.
Like if you feel led to do something, just keep going. I don't want her gone more. I want to be around her. I want her around me.
Did you know I was serious about running?
I knew you were serious.
Yeah.
I knew you were serious.
I'm really happy I had your support. I really am.
But sometimes things happen because they're meant to happen. It just sort of came. And now I'm like, you know what? All right, I'm going to support you.
You're going to support her regardless.
100%.
The true partner.
I can hear her now. He probably told her 100 times he do not want her to run for office because of what is going to come behind that. I can hear her ask now, Daddy, why not? I want to run. I think I can handle this. Because her voice is so annoying, right? Heavenly just gives annoying. But of course, you guys know she is a dentist, so she's gone a lot. He is a doctor, so he is gone a lot as well. He has his own practice now, so I'm pretty sure he has more clients and patients. So the two of them probably barely see each other, okay? He probably come home late at night after he, finished dropping by the Becky's, because we did hear he liked the Becky's. Because, that's what most men who be out there in the streets like that, they be like, baby, I'm working over late, but you really swinging by Becky house like that right there. And then when you come home, you don't have any energy for your wife. I don't know anything about that, but anywho. So so King is like, I didn't really want to do this shit anyway. But it's weird to me, and that's news to me that Dr. Shark Teeth did not want his wife to be doing none of this congressional type ish. But let's see.
Shipping. I mean, you're going to support your partner in whatever that endeavor in regards to fertility. It's your dream, your goal, your vision. I'm going to ride with you. So to sacrifice on mine,
Yeah.
For IVF.
It's pretty intense. The highs, the lows, the uncertainty.
Is it worth that? Is it worth that sacrifice?
And would it be reciprocated? That's where we show that appreciation. Would it be reciprocated?
It took a toll on the relationship in general. So I just don't think it's a healthy journey for both of us right now.
You heard it right there.
Before I married her.
You hear that? You don't think it's a healthy journey for either of them. I don't think he was full in on it in the beginning anyway. I think that when she mentioned it, being that the fact that they just started dating, like who brings that up to somebody you first started to date? Like if I'm getting to know you, the last thing I want to do right now is have a child with you. I get it. Your biological clock is ticking. Your eggs are, 3 minutes from being fried, bitch. But at the end of the day, you don't know this person. He's already dealing with baby mama drama with his daughter that he already has, right? So you coming into a situation asking him to, I guess, like something or want something more than you. Because to have a baby, you both have to be on the same page, because ultimately you're going to raise this child together. If he's not ready for another child, if he's not on that same page with you, that shit is not going to work. one way to run a man off is to have a fucking baby, especially when he don't want it or it's not expected, right? Because men like their time. Children take a lot of time. That's why a lot of people that get married, they don't want to have kids right away. You want to take that time, at least a year or two, to enjoy your spouse, travel, start businesses, doing some things that you want to do, right? You don't want to jump right into being married and then jump right into having kids, because then you don't have time to enjoy your spouse, right? You want to sleep in a little bit. You can't do that shit when you got small kids, especially a newborn. For those of you that have kids, you understand what I'm saying. And King just was not into it, but I think that he kind of was trying to go along with the bullshit so that Kawhi wouldn't be ugly crying every 5 minutes, because y'all know that's her shit, right? But what? She's on that. Like, girl. Anywho, again, the Lord is telling you, sit thine ass down, quad, and reflect on thine life. From the way that your ass been acting here these past couple seasons, because the way you came into this season right here, you done up and stole somebody else's damn start line. So how far you thought that shit was gonna go, right? The Lord was telling you, sit thine ass down, okay? Yeah, not ass, but behind, okay? The Lord ain't gonna say ass. But let's get into this last topic, all right? Because I got to go. All right, let's get into some Real Housewives of Potomac tea, Lord. All right, so on Carlos King Monday Night Live YouTube show over there, Jassy, honey, steps in to address some comments that she made about Kiana, honey, and Greg's relationship timeline. So let's get into it. So the Jassy, honey, sets the record straight on Kiana and Greg's timeline on Carlos King YouTube channel. She also made a long post we're gonna look at that as well. So let's get into it. Now, I have not been keeping up with Real Housewives of Potomac like I should, but I mean, it's y'all fault because the shit been boring. I will not sit through an episode that's not interesting to me. I keep telling you, if I'm playing on my iPhone when the show is on, yeah, I'm not really watching that shit, okay? I know I don't do that shit when Power be on. Right? I don't do that when Married to Medicine be on. I ain't do that when I was watching Tammy Roman's Double Trouble movie. All right? The shit is like interesting. Phone is down and I'm watching Real House of Potomac. Y'all need to step it up. Because this season was a chop for me. But let's get into this.
Why do you think KK stole Greg from his wife?
Well, I assume that based on what was told to me in regards to me joining the show last year. And I've said that based on the facts that she told me. So the timeline that she gave me was not the timeline that was discussed on Instagram recently. So, I mean, I was just going based off of the information I was given.
So she told you that?
She told me when I joined the show that her and Greg had been together 3 years. And when I asked how long had he been divorced, she said about 3 years.
But why is it your business how long he been divorced? See what I'm talking about?
So it sounded like an overlap to me. I even side-eyed it in the moment, but I was just like, okay, because she was actually asking me, well, Jazzy, why did you say, that Darius's baby mama had been in the picture for, whatever ample time before you or whatever? Why didn't you just ignore that question like I do? And that's what started the conversation. So, that's kind of where it all stemmed from. And I never really brought it up until she consistently had been gunning for me and wanted to talk so much about my life. I'm like, well, you have an interesting life as well. And let's talk about yours. And maybe you can clear up what you told me, which she decided to do now. And as far as I'm concerned, that was the first time that I'd heard her publicly be clear about any timelines in which her and Greg may have gotten together. So
it sounds like Greg may have had a little situation going on when he got with Miss Kiana over there. And he wasn't done with his. A lot of relationships be that way. Sometimes you spend a block on somebody else, especially when they got that good ping. Women, y'all know, y'all will spend a block, especially when you're not seeing anybody and you got a possible, okay, a one and a possible. You ain't really start, giving a nookie over here yet. But this one over here, you sick of his ass, but he still cracked your back just right. So you'll spend the block and put up his bullshit for the sake of getting your wig pushed back a little bit, right? So, sometimes you have a little overlapping. Shit, I did this shit before. Can I be transparent? Okay, before I got married, yes, the fuck I did. All right, with my ex, yes, the fuck I did. I was moving on, and I hadn't gave the nookie over here yet, but I was comfortable right here, and I kind of got in my car. and I backed in the driveway, you know, and I had on my cute little thongs and all that, cause you know, and then I went over there and had my head behind the headboard and my legs by my ears. So what? Shit, I was a single girl in my own little world, and that's what you do. But then when you move on and you become exclusive with somebody else, then you cut this shit off over here and focus right here. So it's not an uncommon thing for overlap when you're trying to figure out what you want to do, right? Am I right? Am I right? What's that TMI? Y'all like bitch? And put a one if you did it, shit. Because now y'all trying to make me feel like I'm the only one out here that had a hoeism moment. It wasn't even a hoeism moment. I mean, shit, I was with the nigga for a little bit. We were together for the years, and I just decided I wouldn't put up his bullshit no more. But I wasn't ready to give up the schlong just yet. And I was entertaining old boy over here a little bit. He was talking right, but I won't sure yet. But over here was still trying to talk right, but I didn't want to hear his bullshit. But when he mentioned bring the kitty cat and whatnot, can I be transparent? When he said bring the kitty cat and whatnot, like, let me check my palm palette. I ain't doing shit. Yeah. And the bitch grabbed her keys. She grabbed her keys and got in her whip and turned her music up, because we put the music on first when we put on the seatbelt, right? Music before safety. That's how we do over here. And we took our ass round there, okay? And I got my Charlie horse and I took my ass to fuck home. And we lived to do that shit another day until I figured out over here. But yeah, that's not uncommon. But let's move along, because let's get into the response, okay? Because I'm sick of y'all. Some of y'all be acting like, damn, Caroline, why you know that? Because y'all do the shit too, all right? Damn. Like, can I live? Can I live? Okay, let me live a little bit. Damn. Shout out to the 336 watching me. Y'all know y'all do it, child. Try to act like y'all ain't never spent no block on someone. Okay? You can stand his ass. But he get talking that slick shit, you child. Before he can even say come over her, before he get over her out, your ass already in the car backing out the driveway. Stop it. Now, sometimes it's hard to give up good ping sometimes, right? Me and my husband say this, and let me put this on record. And being my husband, if we don't make it, it's gonna be hard for the next bitch. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be real hard. Okay? It's gonna be hard for her to move on with him, because yeah, I'm saying. Because I'm probably gonna spend the block on that shit. I'm probably gonna spend the block. Okay. I don't even care if y'all live together. Ding dong. I'm like, who the fuck is that at the door? I need you to leave right quick. I'm like, I need to leave. Ding dong, ring the doorbell and everything. Oh, girl, it's gonna be hard for you in the streets, girl. It's gonna be hard. You ain't ready to fall in love with my ass around, okay? Get into it, girl. Boom. All right. But let's get into this. A real house, a reality entertainment TV. Girl, you gonna be like, shit, I can't even fall in love with this bitch. Yes, girl, we're gonna be pulling up always, all right? So yeah, girl. So Miss Stewart, honey, Miss Kiana said, let me get this bitch together for being in my business on my fucking timeline and whatnot. So she said, and did. You say you stopped 4 years, turned off the lights and the okay. Bitch, you better already have Keith Sweat playing. I better hear Keith Sweat before I ring the doorbell. That's how it should be, right? I like it, girl, when way. I want to hear that shit before I get to the door. So the allegations, this is what she said, girl. The allegations from tonight's episode crossed the line and wants a response. That means, bitch, I'm coming through. All right, so she says, for clarity, okay, for clarity, I met Greg during CIAA weekend in 2022, bitch. You got to put bitch on the end. Says his divorce, okay, had already been finalized. Why, since you want to know what the fuck I'm doing over here. And that timeline is factual and verifiable. Oh, girl, that's a read. Said that there was no overlap, bitch. Hey, all right, said that we take the protection of our family seriously. Now, false claims that impact our family, especially where children are concerned, are unacceptable and have consequences. That means, bitch, right here. Consequences mean that. Okay? Boom. Bring it outside. All right, that's the consequence. So reality television invites commentary and does not justify misinformation or fabricated narratives, girl. Okay, I don't like all these big words. Get to the read, girl. I don't be doing all this shit when I'm reading, girl. But says it repeating a claim does not make it true. No, that's right. Now, facts do not change to fit storylines. Get into that, right? So you got to add attitude. All right, so I will not engage in performative conflict. That's how you got to say it. Now, I will address, however, misinformation directly. That means, bitch, I'm talking straight to you. All right, I don't need no third-party conversations in this bitch. I said that I am not a bench that you can ride. Oh, because I will be riding my man. Oh, I added that. Said that the record is clear, signed off as Kiana, girl. Ooh, girl, that was a whole read right there. Meaning stay off. Out of my business. Couture, and you're giving Rose Garden. Sit that way, girl. That's back. All right.
On.
Okay. Love it, girl. The girls are fighting, girl, at the reunion. What do y'all think about it? Oh, I thought I was done. Do I want to say this one? I should. But yes, we're going to end the show right there, guys, because I got to go. Okay. I gotta go. Did y'all enjoy the show today? Please do not forget to like the video, okay? How many we got in here? 39, girl. Yes, we almost got 400 in here. So thank you guys. Said that Kiana chick is annoying. Her reads don't kind of land like they need to. But hey, it is what it is. But let's get out of here, guys. You say I don't watch it. Girl, you didn't miss nothing this season. I promise you. Y'all know the reunion will always give more than the actual season, right? That's when all the bullshit come out at the reunion. So I watch the reunion before I watch anything else. Okay, if the show is boring. But shout out to all of my caramellies in the chat. Thank y'all for being here. Shout out to my mods, my top flight mods, Rose Olmstead, True TV Podcast, and Tiffany Thomas. Thank y'all for working so hard in the chat. Thank you to all the content creators. Let me give y'all shine right quick, honey. Stu Queen B, thank you. Black Women in the Building, Miss Didi, Simple Mom Family TV. I saw you in here as well. Jonetta Speaks, JC Creation, Shay P, Shay Renee, Queen Speaks TV, Deary Talk, Schoolboy, Just a T, please. And Marcel, if you stop by here, thank you as well. Brits Block, we got to thank you. And we getting ready to play this song again for those of you who joined and did not our new song, honey, that Miss Brits Block gave to our channel over here, girl. We got to play it so you guys can rock out with that. We're gonna, I guess, let that be. Well, no, we'll play it and then we'll rock out. Okay, but let's get into it, guys. Thank you guys so much. Please like the video, hype up this video, subscribe to the channel if you've not done so, guys. Also, YouTube is unsubscribing some people, I see. So if you guys see that you're not subscribed, please go back and resubscribe. If that is a YouTube glitch, we don't have anything to do with that. So go back and resubscribe, get your subscription back in. Okay. Yes, honey, subscribe again, hype up the video, all of that. Thank you so much for everybody in the bushes. Some of you haters, thank y'all for being here because views matter like Black lives. Okay, we love you guys for that. And that's it. Let's go ahead and get into. Hey, shout out to Brits Block on that.
Yeah.
Hey,
You already know what time it is. It's your girl, Caramel. Let them know. Yeah, you know it's your girl Caramel. Yeah, you know it's your girl Caramel. Stay coming through, giving all the people hell. She got the dopest piping tea, can't you tell? If you want the real spill, ring that bell. Join the Caramellian crew right now. Whole squad lit, we don't back down. Kick back, relax, enjoy the show. But hit that like button dope. Stepping in the room, whole vibe shift quick. Pressure on 10, yeah, the tea stay thick. No cat, no filter, straight facts I spit. If it's hot in the streets, I'm addressing it. Caramel dripping, sweet but savage. Mic in my hand, I do real damage. Comment section jumping, crew stay active. Caramellian gang interactive. I don't sugarcoat, I tell-a-lies. Real recognize, real every time I slide. If the drama too loud, I ain't amplified. Cause you know that she's a vibe, certified. Yeah, you know it's your girl Caramel. Stay coming through, giving all the people hell. She got the dopest piping tea, can't you tell? If you want the real spill, ring that bell. Join the Caramellian crew right now. Whole squad lit, we don't back down. Kick back, relax, enjoy the show. But hit that like button though. Like coming, subscribe. We outside. Like coming, subscribe. We outside. Caramellian crew worldwide. Turn the volume up real loud. She a whole mood, no doubt. Yeah, it's your girl, Caramel. Stay vibing, stay subscribed. Let them know.
Hey, okay, y'all like that? Come on now. Y'all pardon me. I was trying to check some messages on my phone. Yeah, that's a vibe, right? That's a whole vibe. Shout out to Britt's Block. She's so mad talented. She know I love her down. Thank you, Britt, for the song. All right, so let's get out of here, guys. Love y'all all the way down until the next video. Bye.